Hello, hello, hello. You are tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Hey, yo, today's topic, Odell Beckham Jr. is rumored to want to go to the Ravens. Oh. And guess what? It's not happening. Oh. I am so sick and tired of the Ravens pulling our legs on this. Let me tell you something right now. Right now what's going on is excuses, right? Even the mid-tier wide receivers that have been out there, the Ravens haven't even sniffed at them. Y'all understand? What's happening now is people are starting to blame Lamar, saying, oh, it's because he's holding us up while we can't get no receivers. Why am I in this fan base? They're saying this all while glossing over that this team on his rookie deal put no receivers really around him. They refused to go trade for a big-time receiver. They said as much. The same, head coach that a lot of you guys defend went out and said, hey, if you're all about stats, and if you're all about catching the ball, and if you're all about you, then we don't want you here. We'll enjoy lining up against you, and you heard it. And if you don't know, now you know. That's what Harbaugh said. This is the same thing. So now that it's, they're going through a battle of, how much is this going to be guaranteed? We know, I told you guys already what the two teams that I'm hearing about have a strong chance of getting him, 49ers or Colts. And now, after all this time, you want to blame Lamar? How does that even make sense? Like, seriously, I want to let y'all understand something. EDC and Harbaugh do not value the wide receiving position. And for anybody that thinks they're going to change,
stop it. Get some help.
Get a lot of help. Get a whole handful of help. Tell your mom to slap it in your face for you. Odell Beckham Jr. is the best this team can do. Let me tell you this right now. They missed out on DeAndre Hopkins once. You know where I'm coming from? There should be no excuse that they're willing to miss him out on him for a second time. This is why I said it's not so much just about the money. It's when you tying up Lamar Jackson allows other players to see that you are a functioning, stable predicament for that they want to be a part of. That's common sense. People do not like uneven, uneasy, untrustworthy ground. Don't you all get it? Look, I would love an Odell Bateman team up. But here's the problem with that. Odell Beckham Jr. has been injury prone. Bateman has been injury prone. And if both of them end up getting hurt or injured, we're back in the same predicament that we'll be in last year and the year before that.
Oh, great heavens!
So why am I looking at it saying, look, listen, Odell would be great. And I'm not going to complain if we get him. But this is why I said the team has to go gung-ho. There's no other positions that you have to go gung-ho for. There's none. None. You don't need no more safeties. You don't need no more corners. Like, I don't understand this notion where when it comes, think about how fast listen, hey y'all, hold up. Listen to this. I want y'all to understand where I'm coming from. Why the Ravens have their priorities in an absolute mess. When it was being reported that the cornerback from Philly, right, was being let go by Philly, there's multiple reports saying that the Ravens already offered up and drew up a deal for him that quick. Darius Slay, as soon as they thought that he hit the market, ring, 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 hello, we're just going to hit you with money in your face. So why does it surprise anybody that all of the moves that they've made thus far has been special teams? Every year we go through the same thing, the same foolishness, the same temperament, the same headache. And honestly, I'm sick of it. This is why I say you have to hold EDC partially accountable. Because for everybody making Harbaugh stay, oh, it's Harbaugh. Everything's Harbaugh. Harbaugh. EDC is still the one in those draft rooms drafting these players. He's the one that's still missing on these players. Even if you get as much picks as we did and Harbaugh wanted one of them, all those other picks was EDC. You want me to, you know what? A lot of people are going to watch this and be like, Nitro, but that's not our identity. And this is the Ravens. If we get a wide receiver, they might not even use him. So let me explain to you why I want them to go spend on a wide receiver. You know why? Because if the Ravens spend money to bring a guy here, they're going to use him. They have to. It'll be a waste of funds. And you've never seen the Ravens want to just waste funds, especially on the offensive side of the ball. With that being said, the moment that a deal gets done, that player is going to get targets. He's going to have specific plays drawn up for him multiple times per game because they're going to want to get their money's worth. This is the way I'm trying to take. I want to force them out of their comfort zone. They're too comfortable. They're too comfortable. Their seats ain't hot. That's why they make the decisions that they make over and over and over again. Because there's no repercussion for it. And y'all keep making excuses for them. And it's sickening. Don't you hear every day multiple Raven fans crying out in pain? Screaming, begging God for some alleviation of the pain that this team causes their soul? Tell me you can't feel it too. This is why I want a big name receiver. You got to understand that this Raven team moves with arrogance. I keep saying that. They move with ego. They would rather lose their way than adjust and win the other way. That's how they built. That's how they're built. You understand? So from my perspective, I'm saying, well, since you guys won't use even the receivers that we have, if you have to pay one of them, you're just not going to let them sit on the bench, are you? No. You're going to say, we put money into that player. We want to see him on the field. We want to see him catching touchdowns. We want to see him all making big plays, getting our money's worth. This is why I want a big-time receiver. But do I think we're going to get one? No, because the Ravens do not want to commit to that side of the ball. They do not believe in proper new age offense. And the worst part about it is, it's hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. Reason why is because they know it's a passing league. That's why they keep going out for safeties and corners. But they refuse to do it themselves on the other side of the ball. Tell me if that's smart. When you hear people say, oh, you think you could do better? Yes, I can. I know I can. There's a lot of people I know that can. You know why? Because we're not going to trip over our own feet. We're going to make the easiest play or the easiest answer possible. That's called having common sense. This notion right? That they're working so hard. No, they're working arrogantly. And they're refusing to change. And now that it's time to pay Lamar. Oh, we want weapons. We do. Even though we could have gave you weapons years ago, we were going to give you weapons, but now we can't because of Lamar. If he would just take this deal that we're giving him, we can surround him with everything he needs. Surround him with everything he wants. Surround him with everything his eyes glance on. Surround him with players that the fan base wants. So when he was making $1 million, you couldn't do it? Too expensive for your blood? And now it's time to get paid. Let's shift that notion over to the other side. This is factual. You can't even argue it. You can't even argue it. The NFL is a copycat league. You understand? Once the league found out and saw, like, oh my God, if we give a quarterback a great wide receiver, right, and draft, and then give him the number one, and then you could draft other ones, they make large leaps. The Josh Allens, the Joe Burrows, the Tuas before he got hurt. It's easy to know. Veterans understand, true veterans understand how to take advantage of every blade of grass on that field. They understand how to make best moves for one-on-one, press coverage, and how to find the holes in zone coverage. They're talented enough to make plays over the top, and they're talented enough to run away from defenders. Those are what true number ones are. Everybody needs them because of the way the rules have been slanted towards the passing game. There's been no rules slanted towards the run game. None. If anything, the league is making it look like we don't want y'all running the ball like that too much. We want them throwing it. Only time we're okay running it if it's the quarterback. This is why I keep saying you either evolve or you get left behind. So when everybody is saying, we might get OBJ. No, we're not. Because they don't want to commit to it. They don't. And with a young QB like a Lamar Jackson. Remember, Lamar Jackson's still younger than Joe Burrow. A lot of people don't even recognize that. Lamar Jackson is younger than Joe Burrow. Talented, immensely talented. And he's accomplished on top of it. And you're like, well, I put money on this right now. Listen, whoever wants to cash at me a bet, let's do it. Even if the Ravens re-sign Lamar, how much you want to bet they're not going to go out and get one of those top flight receivers? How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? You know what they're going to say? Well, there's been a lot of money allotted to the offensive side of the ball, and we got to concentrate on other sides, special teams, the defense a little more. I'm telling you that's coming down the pipe, even if we re-sign him. That's why it's so frustrating being a Raven fan, because we know this, and they refuse to change. Refuse. They've said pretty much that we don't believe in that. So it is what it is. I want everyone to understand that they brought Dez Bryant, Deshaun Jackson, and Willie Snead to be the number one for Lamar Jackson. I don't want to hear anybody talking about Hollywood. Hollywood is a great 2. He is not a number 1. He's not. Bateman has had flashes of being able to be a number 1, but he can't stay healthy because guess why? They wanted to employ and reemploy and give bonuses to Steve, a.k.a. Dr. Frankenstein Saunders. And even that, they didn't want to change. When we were all complaining that Saunders shouldn't be here no more, Harbaugh said, how dare you? You guys don't know the intricacies of this game. You don't know what we go through. He's ours. Stay at the end of the bar. and then it comes out like, hey, your strength and conditioning coaches are trash. Oh, yeah, we let him go, you know, to get in front of it. Because that's what you have to do to the Ravens. You understand? You have to force them out of their comfort zone. You see how quickly when the NFLPA did that whole thing, they got in front of it. They said, oh, we can't keep him now. We got an F. All right, go. Let's get in front of it. Oh, yeah, we've seen the problems and we addressed it. Because it was forced on them to address it. That's why I want a receiver. Because if you get one that costs them actual money, not one on a cheap deal, they'll be forced and more inclined to allow this team to become a little more pass-friendly for those players. And then we can evolve. Take advantage of the one-on-ones on the outside. Watch Lamar blossom into the flower that he is. But no, I'm crazy. To some Raven fans, that's too much to ask, right? They'd rather start over with Will Levis. Crazy. Oh, and I'm gonna, hey yo. Remember when I said, some people on Twitter saw this. I said, listen, if Lamar Jackson leaves, they're going to go after Tannehill, and there'd be a large faction in this fan base that would be happy with it. Just yesterday, there were multiple Raven fans, without being told the names, that said, I wouldn't mind getting a Tannehill after Lamar Jackson leaves. I think he'd be very dependable, probably more dependable than Lamar in the playoffs. This is what was being said. Remember when I said it on here? Because that's how this fan base is brainwashed. They've injected hot shots of purple in their veins. And those people are high out of their mind, pie in the sky, cloud nine. Gone is their mind off of the purple stuff. Tannehill. You have people already coping with Tannehill. And we're crazy? I think not. And that's another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Hey, man, listen. Thank you guys for watching. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me, and you know I appreciate that. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Talk to me so I can talk to you. Yes, sir. And if you would like to help this platform grow monetarily, right, make a donation. The CashApp QR right here code is right there on the screen at the bottom, as you can kind of see it. And in the description, the CashApp will be located also. $, The Wunderkind Show. So once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, Nitro, signing off. And as always, you guys know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Yerp.